Okay, today we are going to talk about self-confidence. What does that word mean to you?
Believing in yourself.
Do you know what self-confidence is?
Confidence, yes, but I don't know self-confidence.
Self-confidence is when you believe in yourself, that you can do something and learn something new.
You know what you're doing, you feel prepared, you feel ready for whatever it is you're going to face.
Being able to be comfortable in your own skin and trust your own instincts and trust yourself. I know someone who has a lot of that. So what are some of the activities that you do now that you're really confident in?
Ballet.
Piano. Making paper airplanes.
Do you feel like you have a lot of confidence in the pool when you swim?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you think that confidence comes from?
I learned how to do the stream.
What does that look like?
That's what makes me flop like a fish every day.
That's pretty cool.
Even watching you during the summer, I was like, oh, if he can do it, I can do it too.
How does that make you feel that your mom is looking at you as an inspiration?
I feel like a leader.
Yes, give me a pound. You are a leader. You're a leader.
You feel confident when you're dancing ballet?
Yes, because first we did like splits, and I was like, I'm so nervous, I can't do that. But after a while, I had confidence in myself.
Well, you were splitting in the kitchen the other day. You were doing all kinds of splits in the kitchen. That hard work practicing pays off, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any place else you think that confidence comes from?
I get it from you.
Oh, you get it from me.
I have you cheering me up.
Go Ray, go Ray. Yeah.
I think you mentioned you'd really know how to make a really cool paper airplane. Can you make me one? Here you go.
Fold it and make it like a house. And then I take part of one part and then fold it. And then I take the other part and do the same thing.
Okay.
And then I take this one and then I fold it.
And there's your airplane. Wow. Throw it there. Let's see if it flies.
Whoa, that is awesome.
Very cool.
I'm gonna have you ask the first question on that green card.
Green card. Brady.
Rashad.
You guys ready? All right. Can you remember a time when you did not feel confident?
I went to camp where I was sewing with sewing machines. I wasn't very confident at first because I wasn't really good at hand sewing and sewing with machines, so I had to rip the stitches a lot. But finally I kept practicing and I got better at it.
How about with basketball? The first game, did we win the game?
No.
No, so that was frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been the tallest in my class since I've started school.
What is that like?
I don't know. It feels like I'm Andre the Giant right now.
Yeah.
Were you able to keep your confidence even after that first game?
When I was done with that game, I kept practicing outside. And then I got my confidence back.
Okay. And what happened in the next game?
I won 17-15.
Okay. Well, I guess practice does help.
I know the first day or two in the camp when she came home, she was a little bit unsure of which way to go, what to do, but then I said it was okay to make mistakes, and we learned from the mistakes. We made like 4 things, right?
I made a snood, a bear, pencil case. I made a lot of things.
Yeah.
Are you confident in being the tallest kid in your class?
Yes.
Yeah? Can I tell you something? I was always the tallest child in my class, and it just made me feel awkward because I was so different. I was not confident, but I love that you're just super proud of who you are.
I'm gonna have the two of you pick up that first blue card.
When you were younger, what were you really good at?
I played a lot of sports, actually,
Tennis?
growing up. Tennis was the big one.
When I was younger, I was really, really good at speaking. I think speaking in front of people, ever since I've been probably 7 years old.
7?
Yeah.
My age?
Your age.
When I was 13, I left India. I left
All alone.
Alone, and I came here. I was in Florida for a couple of years, played tennis and trained. I moved to this country because of tennis. It was confidence, it was, fearlessness, I guess, as well, and just kind of saying, let's see what happens. But in the end, I think it worked out pretty well.
So in Jamaica, we have what's called a head boy, and the entire school and teachers vote on who that person is to represent the school. I know, and they voted for me. When we had all the sports games and we sang the national anthem, I would lead that. I was like a little president. It was really cool.
What is something that Ellie does that you feel like she can have a lot of confidence in?
She's very creative, making up stories and characters that are very elaborate. You imagine adventures.
Yeah.
Let's do a little pretend here. Tell me about one of your adventures that you go on, where you go and what you're doing.
In my room, I go to like a dragon's nest. With my trusty guide, I find an egg that is actually the dragon's egg. I tried to boil it, but it didn't work.
Why would you boil it?
Because I was starving.
She keeps it up and keeps practicing. She can really be a great writer.
What do you think your dad is really good at that he should have a lot of self-confidence in?
My dad's really good at his job of being CEO for his company.
So I'm really good at being a boss. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks.
I also know what else you're good at.
What am I good at?
Working on your computer and sitting down to drinking coffee and watching TV.
Yes,
It sounds like you're really good at being you.
I am.
I think you treat people really, really nicely. And I feel like how I treat people nicely, I got that from you.
I'm glad I'm being a good role model for you. I think you have an incredible personality. I really do love your energy, and I really do love how you make the world a better place with that energy and make people smile. I think that's a gift that you can keep on giving into your older age.
I think you're really wonderful at sports, but I think you're also really, really good at making people happy because you're happy and you spread that around. You should be confident about those kinds of things. You make me feel good when I'm with you.
I think you are really good at baking cookies. You do make good cookies
well.
sometimes.
Well, thank you for that. How about up top?